Hello, I'm Chip Axe. I serve here as the maintenance director at Oswegatchie Education Center. This is 2015, happens to be my 10th season as being here at the camp throughout the summer. One of the things that we do a lot of during the summer is camp improvement and camp maintenance. A lot of this takes place because teachers are willing to give up their time to make improvements throughout the camp. The teachers come along and bring their students, and they also spend the week here working on different things. And this building right here is our new maintenance facility. This week's activity included building a heated workspace to do work throughout the winter, since it does get to be 20 below, 30 below here at this facility in the winter. Teachers have the opportunity to improve camp and learn some skills that they may not be familiar with that they can take back and use in their classrooms. This has been an ongoing activity ever since the start of camp. Teachers, along with students many times, have done the majority of the work on the property and maintain the facility.
I personally come to camp because I get to work with my fellow teachers and learn a lot. Like today, I was in the sawmill all day. Yesterday I was in the kitchen. So there's opportunities for everyone, and we can make the choices that we want to make here. So I think you should come to camp too.
It gives you a chance to network with other advisors from around the state and learn a little bit more about their programs and see what other people are up to.
What's happening, and I enjoy being with the other ag teachers up here. It's a real thrill. To me, it's my vacation week for the summer. I love hanging out with the advisors, getting new ideas, sharing new things. That networking thing is just awesome. So Oswegatchie magic is real.
As I get a chance to be as an advisor and a teacher here, I love to be able to give myself time and effort back and volunteer, whether it be the duck race, running the sawmill, helping out odd projects at Camp Oswegatchie. It's just a phenomenal place, and it's a great place for students to really experience life without technology and worries about home, and learn about the leadership, the personal growth and development that FFA is all about.
And it has been life-changing for many of my students. They start coming as young students, in 6th or 7th grade, and they become campers, longtime campers, and come all the way through their senior year. I've had former students get married up here, a lot of former students that turns into jobs during the summer, and it really is life-changing for them. With the high ropes course and all the opportunities, even being right here in Lewis County, they see what else they can do and really stretch their own personal limits. As a professional, it's great coming up for the week, networking with other agriculture teachers, learning skills from my colleagues from around the state on camp improvement projects, and seeing one-on-one and being intimate with my students. That's what separates us. We have dinner with them, we interact with them, we do all kinds of things with them up here, and really helps strengthen that bond between student and teacher, and that's what makes teaching ag special and different.
And every year I bring probably anywhere between 8 and 15 students up, and I would say the best thing for them is to be in a great environment where they can network with other students that have very similar skills and interests, and they make a lifetime group of friends here.
I bring kids to camp because my kids have a phenomenal experience and an opportunity to meet other people across the state. Once I've had kids come to camp one time, they always want to come back, and it grabs their interest. And when we go back to school in September, oftentimes it's the kids that come to camp that are the first ones at our FFA meetings and are joining right from the start of the year.
Once a kid has come to Camp Oswegatchie, they're hooked. You've got them for life. When I bring students here, I bring students that haven't even necessarily taken an ag class with me yet, or aren't even part of my ag education program. If we can convince them to come, it's an opportunity for them to experience FFA. They most likely come from an area where they know what agriculture is, but maybe they don't see themselves as being an integral part of that or part of your program. open their horizons, expand their thoughts about agriculture, and let them see the leadership side of things and the value that they get from those activities here at camp.
I have a relatively small program at this point in time, and I'm looking to build my population, the number of students I have involved. And one of the things I think that will be best for that is bringing kids here to catch the energy of the FFA, of camp, and hopefully bring that energy back to our chapter and increase our enrollment. Other than that, camp provides the students with a number of opportunities that otherwise they might not be able to enjoy in our town. It also gives them that social interaction to create relationships that will last a lifetime.
To be here. And when I go back to school, when I used to go back to school, I would see the kids the next year from Camp O, and I could see them come into the school and look and think, oh, that's Mr. Weston, that's Ken, that's, you know, that guy that came to camp with us. And so I always had a rapport with the kids, that because they would come usually from Ray, and then they would come to the junior high school, and it instantly worked with them. And it's always been nice to be around the kids. I think kids feel an independence here that they don't feel other places. It's not that they're not watched, it's just that they feel that their time is theirs.
My students coming back every year for is the facility is great, obviously, but also the friends that they make, the connections they have with other students from not only in New York State, but in some cases other states too. So one of my fondest memories of being to camp, this is actually where I met my wife. She was on staff here, working in the kitchen when I was working as maintenance. And you know, we have been bringing kids here from my chapter. And we had our first child, Madeline, and she came up here as a baby and has been coming up to camp every year as well. And this is the first year that she's a real camper, and so I'm a little excited about that. And she brought her friends, and I think that's one of the things that we find is a lot of students talk the camp up. They look around and see if there's anybody else they want to invite to come up to camp, and it perpetuates from there.
Bringing kids, and I think it's an excellent opportunity, an engagement activity for the kids to get excited and want to be in agriculture and want to have a part in our FFA programs, whether it's mine or throughout the state. I have kids that this will be their 6th summer also. They haven't missed a summer since 6th grade, and they're going to be seniors this fall, and I find it super exciting that they even just came out of their leadership thing and said it was the best one they've been to yet. And I think it's an amazing opportunity for them to be reconnected with their friends from past years, to make new friends, for us as teachers to come together and collaborate with each other and come up with new ideas and give something back to this camp that is supporting our students, our programs, and eventually, hopefully, our future.
In the most recent part of my career, I've been able to bring students up to Camp Oswegatchie from New Jersey. It's a trip that means that we're on the van at 4 a.m. on a Sunday morning, but it's a trip that's worth it to be able to see the students experience new opportunities, meet students from other backgrounds, from other chapters, but also other schools that might have a different setting, and share their background and perspective, to challenge themselves on the high ropes course, to get in touch with nature and disconnect from the social media that they're so used to being connected to. One of the challenges my students hold on the way up here is whose cell phone holds out longest, but that they know when they get here that they're connected to each other, to their new friends, and to nature. From water sports to horseback riding, and from reflections in the evening to their campfire activities, I bring my students to Camp Oswegatchie because I believe in the Oswegatchie magic, and I hope they experience that magic too.